Hello, and welcome to another episode of our Speakeasy podcast, along with
Ken.
and John. Welcome back.
What is up, John?
How's everything?
It's going good, man.
It's a beautiful summer day outside.
Yeah, today, but we might be getting some rain.
Yeah.
And actually, when this airs, it might be raining already. I don't know.
Yeah. Weather's been crazy.
Yeah. I'm a little nervous because I have that I'm going to Yankee Stadium for that Liverpool.
Oh, that's right. That's coming up.
Wrexham game. That's
when is that?
Wednesday, and it looks like it might rain.
Yeah. Tuesday looks like the worst of it. In
Yeah.
full spectrum today. We're back on a random Sunday, which we
we've
don't do
done a
anymore.
Sunday in a while, yeah.
But with our schedules the past week, it was really the only day we can come up with.
Yeah.
So we're here on a beautiful Sunday early afternoon.
Yeah, early afternoon. I wish football was on.
Yeah, right.
That'd be cool.
Yeah.
Actually, maybe it's good. It's not because we're not watching it, so.
True.
But we could have watched it in between. We could have done something.
True.
I don't know, but I'm going off here. Yeah.
But anyway, before we get into the weather and everything we're going to talk about today, what do we got going on? This looks delicious and something we've been looking forward to trying.
Yeah, this next whiskey we have here, this bourbon, is something that we've been looking to do for gosh, since the first bottle that we saw, the first one I saw in 2025 came out.
Yeah.
I was always one of those ones I was like, oh, I should get that one. I should get that. And on secondary markets, I was kind of like, that's a little steep right now. Let me see if the price goes down. Let me see if the price goes down. So,
and did the price go down?
It went down briefly, and then but then people, once they saw it at that price, they were snatching it up, and that just brought the price back up again.
Right.
I was like, oh, gosh, I'm never going to get this one. And then I did find it for a decent price. I had to get the good price, the better price, I had to get two of them, which I'm kind of like to do anyways.
Okay.
You know? What do they say?
Hold my arm.
Yeah, no. One the smash, one the stash. Is that what they say?
There you go.
know, and that's there you go.
Kind of like our women, right? One to
smash.
stash and one to smash. No.
Oh, John.
Let's go.
All right. Let's look at this right here. This is Star Hill Farm whiskey from the makers Mark Distillery. Embodies our commitment to caring for nature in service of our land and our whiskey. Our annual release marries two mash bills, one of wheat and malted barley and another of 100% malted wheat. Carefully matured and bottled at cask strength, this whiskey reveals nature's gifts in their truest form, offering a spectrum of soft, sweet, and complex flavor. Star Hill Farm whiskey is the ultimate reconnection of whiskey, maker, and land. To discover how Maker's Mark is dedicated to the education and adoption of regenerative. How do you say that?
Regenerative.
It's a hard one to say. We haven't even drank yet. Regenerative agriculture in the service of our land. Find out more. Okay, that's cool. And their labels are made with 100% recycled materials. Kind of looks like that. It's got a little spots and everything.
Yeah.
Locally grown whiskey farmed to showcase the influence of our land, nature as the maker. Star Hill Farm, 2026, 58.2% alcohol, 116.4 proof. And I was telling John before this, these are 700 for 2026. 2025s were 750 milliliters. So it's a little bit different. Don't get fooled if you're going to the store and, they're you're getting it on secondary and someone's like, 2025, you're getting a little bit more of the juice for your buck.
Yeah.
And
let's up the price and give them less of a bottle.
Well, it's funny because when I have a 2025 that I just got two as well. Everything just kind of happened at the same time. I went to my shop that I go to up in the Catskills. My guy up there, and he goes, and the price was reasonable for a 2025. And I said to him, you got a 2025. I was like, I'll definitely take that. And he's like, all right, cool, whatever. And I was like, I just wanted. I want the 2025, and I was explaining it to him, and I said to him, the 2025s are bigger bottles. And he's like, huh? I was like, yeah, they're bigger bottles.
You didn't even realize?
Yeah, I said, because it does look similar. Sorry, it does look similar in size, kind of when you're looking at it straightforward.
Right.
But it's one of those things where it is kind of hard to tell. So I go to him, I'm like, well, I'll still take that. I'll take the 25, that's a good price for it, whatever. I said, what are you going to charge for the 2026s? He He said, same price. I was like, okay. I said, I guess I'm getting a good deal on the 2025 then. But this is the 2026, like I said. So I'm rambling here.
Excellent.
Sorry, Johnny.
116.4.
Dude, ever since our episode, we got to check out. I forgot what episode it was. We were cracking up. Did you listen to that episode yet?
Which one?
The one where you spit on someone by accident or you do something by accident. And I just totally shot a spit towards
funny.
John's direction right there. But and now anytime that happens to me, I just think of that episode and I'm like, oh, God, I'm there again.
Landed on my lip.
That was, but you listened to that, though.
Yeah, I watched it.
Dude,
Yeah,
I
yeah,
was
yeah.
cracking up, man. I say listen to it because we are on Spotify as well, people.
We are.
Check us out there if you can't watch us. I don't know if you'd want to watch us necessarily because, not people can handle the good lookingness of us. So,
That's true.
You might want to just want to listen on good old Spotify. So,
Oh, I love that pop.
Yeah. What's the expression? Once you pop,
You don't stop?
you can't stop. Yeah.
Is that like smash and stash?
Oh, that's my glass. We switched there. I must
Oh.
have put them back in the. I have to use my last name glass here. John, the one John actually bought for me.
Easy now, sugar.
All right.
Easy now, sugar.
Is that too much? That
Right. Too much.
didn't do much. I know.
What a beautiful color.
It does have a nice color.
It looks locally
All right. No, I'm good.
farm to table bourbon.
Feel-
Whatever the hell it is.
I want you to do something for me first before you smell anything or anything like that.
Yeah.
Just feel that.
Oh, it's like 10 pounds.
It's weird, right?
Is that marble?
So we are holding the cork right now, and yeah, it's got something going on there, like a rock or like a limestone or
Interesting.
I don't know what is up with that, but it is cool. Like I notice it I feel the weight of it,
Yeah.
and I'm like, that is interesting to see that. Yeah. Estate whiskey certified.
Beautiful.
Okay.
All right.
And I just wanted to see something real quick.
The bottle's cool too.
It
got
is. It's like
that,
that great, like that
yeah.
kind of like. Okay, so forgive me if I said at any point said bourbon, but it is an American wheat whiskey.
Oh, it's a wheat whiskey.
58.2%. All right. People are waiting right now. Like, are you guys gonna?
Yeah, you guys are gonna drink it?
Drink
or are we
this, or just gonna talk
and
about
read
it the whole time? So I had mentioned to John before this too, as well, because I need to ramble more. I haven't had any alcohol in the last 4 days, 5 days.
Him's had a tummy ache.
Yeah, I had a tummy ache. So there's something I'm getting there. I think like a butterscotch, maybe.
Yeah. It smells sweet.
Yeah.
I'm getting more like a bakery note, like a bready note.
So bread. I don't know. I'm on the sweeter side. I'm gonna say candy corn.
Mm-hmm.
Oak. Definitely. You get that oak barrel really comes through on that.
You do.
Yeah.
I'm getting a little toffee, like Heath bar.
So toffee. We're getting a lot of those. It sounds like candy notes between the butterscotch, the toffee, the candy corn. It smells sweet, like you said. Yeah.
Yeah.
Are you getting into that grain though? I'm getting a little bit of that, a little maltiness.
Okay. I mean, the only thing I'm getting is that bready note. Maybe
Yeah.
that's the grain that is.
Yeah, maybe. Which makes sense. They're all in the same family. They're cousins. All right. Cheers.
Cheers. Wow. Okay. It's not as sweet as it smells, but there's a lot of
There's heat.
complexity there.
There's definitely heat, and
There's
I don't know if it's
heat.
because I haven't had anything in a while.
No, there's heat.
Yeah. I mean, at 50, what did I say, 58 point something, whatever percent.
Yeah.
It's up it's close to 120 there. So yay. And it's got, like John mentioned before, while he's thinking, it's like a medium, almost medium to dark color. It's got nice viscosity. It's got it's oily. It's nice. It looks great as far as when you're just visual, but taste too. This is
I'm getting like a cinnamon raisin English muffin, like cinnamon raisin bread. because that heat's got a little bit of that cinnamon on the back end.
Right.
I'm not getting those sweet notes that came in through the nose.
Yeah.
Though.
I'm getting the oakiness to it.
Oh yeah.
I mentioned the heat. I'm gonna say this, John, and to your cinnamon raisin bread, I don't get the cinnamon raisin as much going down. I get it more on that finish.
Okay.
You know, and the cinnamon definitely is what lingers behind on that finish. But like right now, I taste Big Red when I'm just sitting here, not drinking.
Yeah.
I'm getting Big Red
On the tongue.
Yeah.
I'm gonna say something odd with this, and it's something that I don't normally say. Well, no, it's. I feel like
You're gonna
I
get
would
scolded.
No, I feel like I almost want this to be chilled,
Okay.
which is odd because I don't like ice or I don't like my bourbon to be cold. I like it neat.
Yeah.
But I almost feel like I wouldn't mind if there was a little tiny like cube in here.
Okay.
I don't know, maybe just to bring that heat down a little bit. I don't
Yeah.
know. I don't know. Which the heat is not bad.
Here's the thing with
And I like
me
heat.
on that. You brought up a good point before. You say it's not as sweet on the mouth. And me in particular, if I'm gonna do something on ice, I actually kind of prefer it to be a little sweeter before I put it on ice. So I don't know. But then again, your ice, when it melts, that brings out different flavors sometimes. So who knows what that would bring? But
Mix it with the water.
yeah.
There's a taste there that I can't.
Discern.
I'm like looking at our little our little wheel of notes.
Yeah. There's something there's a punch in there.
Something there.
There's a punch in there with something. Yes.
I'm just looking to see if something comes in my
All right.
my head there.
I'm gonna say I'm gonna say on the palate, I'm getting a slight earthiness to it.
Well, yeah. But it's not like in the past we've gotten stuff and we're like, oh, it's like hay or whatever. Like I'm not getting that.
No hay. Yeah, I see what you're saying, and to me right now, I'm just gonna say it's a little earthy. But maybe maybe like a charred kind of taste to it, maybe, or no?
Yeah, maybe.
I'm trying to pinpoint. I mean, it's your palate.
Maybe
so,
a little white pepper.
Okay, something like that. So maybe like specifically a white, because white pepper is more hay forward.
Right.
So as opposed to like black pepper.
Exactly.
So more of like a white pepper.
I would say more of like a white pepper.
Okay.
That earthy spice.
Okay. And I know that because with my job, I have to smell pepper a lot of times and stuff, and that's why I'm able to kind of distinguish the two fairly easy. And every time we smell white pepper, all of us are like, "It smells like a barn."
Yeah.
You know.
But black pepper drives me crazy. I think just all those years with the restaurant and filling up the pepper. And like I hate that smell.
Yeah, I know.
Whereas white pepper is a little easier on the.
But it smells
on
like
the
pure
nose,
barnyard. It smells like pure barn to me, but very hay, very cow, whatever you want to call it, barnyard.
Yeah.
Other than that, as far as characteristics go, I mean, I thought I would, because it's an American whiskey, I thought I would kind of get a little bit more of that wheat lingering, you know? But,
I really did too. And like I said, by the smell, I thought it was going to be a little bit sweeter.
Yeah.
And I don't want to say I'm upset about it.
Yeah.
It's just you really got fooled there
Yeah.
between the nose and the taste.
Yeah. I feel like, and I'm going to say this right now too, this is a fresh crack. I feel like this one will get better.
It will change
as time goes. So not to say I don't like it, I just think it'll get better, you know, and better. If I try this again in a couple weeks, I think it might be a different story.
100%.
Finish wise, anything else you're picking up on that?
No, I think that's
The
about
cinnamon
it.
really
I mean,
comes
that
through.
Cinnamon comes through.
Yeah.
And it's still on my tongue, and I haven't taken a sip in
Mm-hmm.
a minute or two, so it's still just sitting there. And you hit the nail on the head with that big red.
Yeah.
That's what that lasting taste is. When you're done with your big red and you spit it out, and it's just sitting on your tongue for a little
Yeah. You kind of it's just lingering. And like I said, I'm kind of getting a little maltiness in there.
Okay.
But overall,
Where are you going with it?
there's a lot of characteristics I like about it. I like the viscosity. I like the color. I like it got some
very
linger
viscous.
to it
Yeah.
and everything. Like I said, I think there's room for improvement as far as maybe neck improvement. Like I said, it needs to sit a little longer.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna go 3.8.
Okay. I was going to do 3.75.
Okay,
So right in the same wheelhouse.
right there. All right. Yeah. I mean,
Good stuff. I mean, we've been waiting for it.
yeah.
I think it's not what we thought it was going to be, but it's still good.
I think it's a good $79.99, $80 whiskey. I think
Yeah.
right now, if you just cracked one open, 2026, I think it's a good $80 whiskey.
I agree.
And I don't think I can really.
But you paid 84 for it, so
No,
that's
I paid more than that. I don't, and that's the thing that's killing me. And that's why lately, man, I find myself trying to not get into the whole hype of the high end whiskeys, and just buying just good liquid, man. You know.
Yeah. You can find good liquid out there for $50, and it doesn't have to be
I
$150.
know. I always say it, man. I could do a daily sipper for me. Could be an Old Granddad 114, and I'll be happy.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah.
it's a nice proof. It's got good flavor. You know, and there's everything's good about it. But Star Hill,
Farm.
yeah. Cheers to that.
Cheers.
All right.
So speaking of like letting it sit for a little while, it's just going to get better. I had recently bought another bottle, that Bottle King pick. Remember we talked about that
Yeah.
Fiddler Rye Toast?
Yeah.
And then you, right before I opened it, you were like, "Hey, what do you think about this bottle?" And I
It
was
was
like, "This is my favorite
bottle that you couldn't. They had very limited amount of. First and foremost,
I think each Bottle King only had 5.
Yeah.
And the
Mine had 5 at the store.
three
weeks later.
You should have asked everybody else.
Yeah.
That.
I know.
The one that I have at home is one of my favorite ryes. Like I love it, and it's getting lower and lower because I
Yeah.
drink it so much. And for $67, and I saw it when they advertised it, and I was like, I'm going there that morning and I'm snatching it, and I got it.
Yeah.
And I opened it up, and my wife did like, I'm gonna pour the old one in a
So
glass. I'm gonna pour the new one in a glass.
Blind. Yeah.
And I wanted you to see, and I knew right off the bat when I drank both of them, like what the good one was, what the one I like is. And I was like, dude, it doesn't taste anything like it.
Yeah.
But then I looked, the mash bill was different. Everything was different about it. Even though it was the same bourbon, the same finish, the same everything. And that was a couple weeks ago.
Yeah.
I poured one a night or two ago, and it got a lot better. A lot better. It's not
Good.
matching the other one, but it got
Good.
a lot better. So I'm thinking about every time I get a bottle, I'm just going to open it and put it back on the shelf and let it sit for like 2 weeks. Pour a little bit out
know.
and just let it sit there.
So I'm going to piggyback on what John's saying right here because we've done it on the show where we've had something like a copper and cast cigar blend, and we've had one that was.
God, 190 proof.
Yeah. Yeah.
I haven't touched it since we've done it.
I know.
I'm scared.
I did. I had it the other day, and I was
you?
kind of like,
I'm scared of it.
God,
Yeah.
I have another bottle of this too. I don't know why. I don't know.
Sell it.
I don't know if it was. Yeah. I mean, it's cool to have once in a while. I guess if you want to, you know what it's good for. Say you're like, it's wintertime. You're about to shovel the whole front yard or something, and you're just like, let me just
Warm up the chest.
let me take a little bit of this before I go outside or something,
Yeah,
and it'll just
and then drunk shovel because it's so high proof.
Yes. So that's always the best. But so yeah, just to piggyback on what John said there, yeah, sometimes it's a lot different, and it's like, what does it remind you of when you say, "Oh, the 2024 was better than the 2025"? What do you think of when someone says that?
I mean, for bourbon wise,
No, what would you normally think of when someone said that? You would think wine. Right?
Oh yeah.
You would think, oh yes, it's very specific. Each year is very specific. It depends how they blended it. Depends how everything goes. What's your take on that? Now, and just to elaborate a little bit on this. When you buy, say, an Elijah Craig small batch or something like that, small batches.
That's what I was going to say when you're like, what does that remind you of? I was like, bourbon?
No.
Elijah Craig?
Well, not to keep talking about this, but there's a controversy because small batch is subjective. Small batch to some, that's why they can call it small batch.
Right.
But it's always a blend. And every single Elijah Craig throughout wherever small batch is going to taste the same.
Yeah.
They're not getting it from one barrel. It's not a single barrel or something along those lines.
Right.
But places like Elijah Craig, they have people who are highly trained to basically match every single thing.
Right.
So it's perfect and the same.
Right.
And every time you buy it, someone who drinks Jack Daniels, number 7,
same every time.
It's always going to be the same for whatever amount of years. It's always going to be the same.
Yeah,
now,
same with your Beam, and
you as a bourbon drinker, do you prefer? Maybe it can be even extended more because in this case it's even more extreme because it's different mash bills.
Yes.
So, but say it was the same mash bill. Let's start with that. If it's the same mash bill as the year before, but the blend might be a little bit, so some of the blending might have been a little bit different or something like that. Do you like those little changes every year?
I don't mind it because maybe it twerked it for the better.
Okay.
But in this particular case, when it's a total different mash bill, total different taste, but you're advertising it as the same bottle because obviously, the proof was off by like a point. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And that's fine because you're never going to be able to match exactly. I mean, I guess you can match exactly.
Yeah.
For like you said, those Elijah Craig.
But if it's something like a small batch or something like that, then the proof, I think, for the most part, they try to, match that proof.
They try to match it,
yeah, because they're adding the water to get it to where it's got to be.
And this particular one was a barrel pick, but I don't understand how they can have a totally different, even mash bill, and label it with the same label. Oh, it's toasted rye.
Yeah.
Okay. That bottle was a 95% rye, and this is 55% rye.
Yeah.
That's not even close, man.
Yeah. I know. It's a big difference.
It's a huge difference.
So if I give you another example, say like that Old Fitz 7-year right there. If I buy that Old Fitz, it's a bottle and bond. It's a 7-year. It's the same mash bill every year.
Yeah.
And what do you have when you have a whiskey that you like a lot? Every year you're going to have an expectation.
Yes.
And you're expecting it to taste the way that it always tastes.
Yes.
And it should always be the same.
Yes.
So I guess my point is not all bourbon is like that, and especially with the smaller brands out there, you'll get some of those little intricate differences. Things that are like the 2000 whatever is much better. The blend, the way they did it, and almost call it like a mistake. Like the people who blended kind of screwed up a little bit and didn't blend it the same exact way, or something happens. You prefer that though?
I mean, yeah, right. If I wanted to get a bourbon that I really like I'm going to pick like a Knob Creek single barrel, right? It tastes the same.
It's going to be
I
the
don't
same.
care if it's a barrel pick or
Old Granddad 114
or
like
Old Granddad 114.
Something
it's
that's
the same. Or the Elijah Craig, the 94. It's always going to taste what you want, and sometimes that's
that's good.
That's a good thing
because you created a go-to for yourself in a way.
I don't mind okay, is the Elijah Craig a C923 better than the C924?
Okay.
Well, I'm going to buy the C924 because I want to see. Maybe C924 winds up being better.
Yes.
But
that's a different animal, though.
Well, it's a different animal.
Because those are always different proofs, always,
right. But for this particular thing, I guess I could have did my due diligence and I could have looked at the bottle and been like, whoa, this is a different mash bill.
Yeah.
It's a different char. The char number was different on the barrel. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? But I probably would have bought it anyway.
Mm-hmm. Now.
But I just think it's a totally different bourbon. It's a totally different drink. It's a totally different whiskey, but the same labels on it.
What do you think works better for the distillery? A product that is consistent, that is always going to be the same, or a product that has little changes here and there where it almost forces someone to say, I want the A126 one, I want that one because I don't have that one. It could be exactly the same as the last one, but I want this one because I don't have this one. Now, it's forcing someone to buy another. I guess that's more pleasing towards the collector in a way, or the people who just want stuff they don't have, not their average Grandpa Joe that's saying, I just want to pick up my Jack Daniels, and it's got to be the same every damn time.
I mean, to me, consistency is key in sales.
Yeah.
And then, obviously, you have your special bottles. So, for the collector.
Yeah.
But I think consistency is key for your a lot of your stuff.
For your everyday people, your everyday drinker and stuff. I guess that's why they just have both sometimes.
Yeah, and that's why I mean, what 99.9% of these distillers always have their special that comes out and this and that. Like, where do you ever find just one bourbon that comes out of something? You know what I mean?
And then
There's
you get your
always
one-offs.
Be different versions.
You get one-offs like your C923.
Yeah.
And the whole C923, the point of C923 was to prove a point. Because people were pissed off that because the barrel strengths were always whatever years old or something, and and then they decided to say, well, it could be less than 10 years now. It could be less than 10.
Right. We can do the same thing but better for 7 or 6.
So what happened was a lot of people were pissed off, and they said, well, I used to spend this amount of money for a nice 10-year-old bourbon. And they were putting out stuff that was 9 years, whatever, and people were like, I'm not getting what I used to get. So, because Elijah Craig had said, well, it could be more, though, too. And that's when they brought C923, which was whatever years, and it was, what was it, 14? I forget what it was, but, it was more than 10 years. It had crazy proof on it, where now they're like, you see?
Yeah.
Now you're getting the other side of things, where because instead of that consistent, it's always whatever, years, now we're bringing in this variation.
Right.
So now you guys like it, right?
Right.
So because now they're getting that variation. They're getting that older one now, and that was the cool thing about the C923, which made it interesting. And
that's cool.
And that boozy proof. But I'm going to say this, though, towards that. When it comes to like that copper and cast cigar blend, it's a little deceptive in a way, because the one we had was a cigar blend bourbon, and we really like that one.
Yeah.
And then we have it in our head. These are all going to be they're all cigar blend, copper and cast. They're all going to be relatively the same.
Right.
Until we got the one we got, which was a cigar blend whiskey.
Right.
Which was a little bit of a curveball. Hazmat.
Yeah.
And to be quite honest, and I even think they used a different finish. It wasn't even the same finish. Like, say it was Calvados or anything. It was a different totally. And now I'm kind of like, is this taking it a little bit too extreme? Because now you and I, we're like, we really like that one. This one seems pretty cool. It's a higher proof, this and that. But then when we had it, not to say we didn't like it, but I think we like the other one better.
Yeah, yeah.
And it threw a curveball.
I mean, variety is good, but expectation's always going to be there.
Yeah.
And I think when you come out with something that people are disappointed in the expectation, sometimes it's hard to even go back to the stuff that you liked even. You know what I mean? Because you're like, oh, well, they screwed me.
Yeah.
I'm going to find something else now.
Exactly. It's going to turn you off to it now because you had, no pun intended, but you have a bad taste in your mouth now because of it,
Yeah. And even going back to like the Elijah Proofs, like, so I see in the stores all the time now, I think, is it the C924, the C925 is like everywhere right now.
Yeah.
Every liquor store I go into, even like the local ShopRite who doesn't really get good stuff.
Yeah.
It's sitting there on the shelf.
I know.
And everybody's like, well, no, that one was awful because C923 was so good.
Yeah.
But is it awful? Or was C923 just that good where people are like, I don't want nothing to do with it?
As far as Elijah Craigs go, I don't know, we keep talking about Elijah Craigs. But as far as
are they the ones that started that A1, whatever, B2, blah, 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 or B5?
Everything
something.
that comes out of there has that.
But did they start that whole thing? Because now, like, what, Larceny does it, right?
Well, Larceny's part of
does it.
Is,
well, it's the same. Yeah.
That's what I said. Anything that comes out of there does it.
Okay.
The Bernheim.
Yeah. Yeah.
You know.
So that's a strictly a Heaven Hill thing. Well, no. Well, Stag.
Stag does it.
Like 24A, 24B, right?
Yes. Yeah. Yeah, they do. There's a little bit different because Elijah Craig marks the month as well. Cause that's
yeah.
So that'd be C would be the third release of the year.
Right.
9 would be the month.
September.
And the year would be 2-3.
Right. Right.
So they're a little bit more detailed with it, I guess. But as far as memorable ones, the C923 and the A126.
6 this year's was
Yeah,
good,
because it was a rye.
Yeah.
Which made it interesting. So,
Yeah, that's a great one.
Yeah, I really did like that one. That one's good.
But I'm interested to buy that, like C924, whatever one's out there right now. I think it's the 24, and be like, is this not obviously comparable, but is it though? I don't know if I had it.
I might have an open. I think we had it on the show.
Had we? Did we have it on the show?
Yeah, I think I have an open one over there. Yeah.
And is it that different from the 3? I mean,
yeah. Remember we did a C9
1,
2, 3, and 2, 4. I think.
Yeah, you're right.
Episode. I think that was on there. I feel like it was.
Right.
Yeah.
And the 3 did outshine, but I don't think the 2-4 was so bad.
Yeah.
But anyway,
you need to rewatch our episode.
I do.
See what you think about it.
I know. I'm going to actually now because if I'm like, well, no, it's not that bad, I might go buy it.
Yeah. I think we did that one though. Yeah, I think that was one of the options.
Well, that's our ramble about that. But
yeah,
bourbon topics are always cool topics, though.
Yeah.
You know, there's a lot to talk about.
Yeah,
a lot to decipher.
Yeah, there is a lot. Yes.
But what else? You were mentioning something.
Well, no, I wanted to actually. You had mentioned something I do want to talk about because it's been a topic of discussion. Was the and we could talk briefly on it though, John.
Okay.
Time.
Daylight savings time.
Yeah, daylight savings time. With everything that's going on with that, it might pass this time around.
Well, yeah. So it passed the Congress, right?
Yes.
And now it's going to the Senate, who will be the final vote.
Yeah.
If it really takes into and then Donald Trump will. If they pass it through, he will sign it.
Yeah.
If they don't pass it through, I don't know what happens then. Does it start over? Does he force it to happen?
They've been talking about it for some time. It's been,
but now I feel like this is as serious as it's ever been
because Trump wants it done. So because he wants it done, there's a good chance that it's going to happen. It's basically they're looking to eliminate the whole daylight savings time. So whatever time it is right now will stay.
Right.
The winter time's the issue time. That's the time where it's a little off.
So that's the thing. I mean, So I've always been all for it.
Yeah.
Because I hate coming home and it's dark,
Mm-hmm.
and you don't have it's dreary. In the wintertime, you come home from work. It's like you just want to go to bed.
It's kind of
wait
depressing,
for the next
I guess.
day.
In a way,
It's depressing. But at the same time, do I want to wake up all groggy?
Yeah.
Driving to work in the dark?
I know.
I never looked at it that way. And then the kids will be going to school in the dark and coming out when it's light. Like it's uppies.
Yeah.
Opposite world.
Yeah.
What's the benefit? Well, I mean, obviously the benefit is having more daylight later in the day.
Yeah.
But
well, there's a lot of things they say happen sometimes during daylight savings time. When it happens, people, because of the change, and I think a lot of times more with the lack of sleep when it changes the other way around, people have there's a lot more, they say there's a lot more car accidents, heart attacks, health issues, because people are basically getting out of their routine. They're forced to get out of their routine. I know it's an hour, but they're still forced to get out of that sleeping, waking routine. And it's always weird for me, too, because it's almost like I have to mentally tell myself. Like, in the beginning, I'm always like, oh, but it's really 9 o'clock. But it's not 9 o'clock. It's 10 o'clock. It's 10 o'clock. It's 9 o'clock. Why am I tired? What's going on here?
you always do that for like the first 2 weeks.
I know, and it's tough. And I actually hate the transition. I hate it.
Remember in the bars when you'd be at the bar in daylight savings time? And it like,
Yeah.
they're like, oh, we can keep the bar open for 1 more hour. More beer.
I remember that, dude. That was and so I guess what we're going with this is it a good thing? Is it a bad thing? Do we mind the change, or do we think there should be a middle ground with the change?
Do you want to drive home? Well, do you want to drive home from work in the dark, or do you want to drive to work in the dark?
I feel like, just in my honest opinion, we're in the summer right now. It's getting dark at, 8:30 now at this point or something like that?
You can tell it's actually starting to get earlier.
Yes. We've already passed that summer solstice or whatever it is. So we're already past that point.
Now it's like 7:45, even though it's still late. But
yes. So now, but I feel like I get so much more done. Like, for instance, I had something I had to do outside yesterday, and it was starting to get dark, and it was after I got back home, which I kind of
You still had a couple hours left.
I did some stuff outside. I was getting some things done. I was taking care of some things that I was like, oh, I'll do it tomorrow. And I'm like looking out, and I'm like, it's still daylight. I can get this done right now. I think I'm gonna get this done, and I got whatever I had to get done. Something I planned on doing after we recorded today.
Okay.
And I was like, it's done now. It's great. I don't have to think about it. I don't have to worry about it. So the daylight was good. It was cool. It was nice to have that extra hour to be productive. As opposed to when it gets the darkest, at least here in New Jersey, it's like it could be like 4 o'clock, 3:30, 4 when you start to start getting dark out. And it's almost like, all right, my day's over now. My day's over. And and even if it's not necessarily over, it might be a mental thing where you're kind of like, well, it's dark now. I'm just going to go watch TV. On the couch,
No, true. You come home, you eat dinner, and you sit on the couch.
Exactly.
And that's it.
As opposed to going outside and maybe spending time maybe in the yard with your family.
Is it time to go to bed yet? It's only 6:30 p.m. Oh, my God. I feel like I should be in bed right now.
I mean, granted, when it is that time of year, it is freaking cold outside, so I don't know how much outside time you're having anyways. Unless there's snow or something out there. Yeah. But it is, in a way, it is kind of depressing in a way.
My mic needs Viagra.
Yeah. Twist it around.
Twisted it. Don't
go this way.
Don't twist it. Oh, the whole thing.
Yeah.
Sorry, wait.
All right, try now.
Okay.
There you go.
There we go.
You're tight. You're tight, John. Yeah. Better?
Better. Thank you.
Right.
Thank you. I was twisting this little thing here. I'm like, I can't go anymore.
That controls that lever up there.
Gotcha.
So it's all a little bit different. Yeah. Okay. But yeah, so that's the thing. Now, like you said, do you want to wake up and it's pure darkness and you're driving to work and it's pure darkness?
So hard to get the day going when it's still dark because you're like, I can sleep for more hours.
But it might be cool. I don't know what time you usually drive to work. You might see the sunrise in the morning, which is nice.
Oh, it sucks. It's just in your eyes, and you're like, oh, God. Oh, God. Yeah, I leave for work at like 7:20, 7:15.
So
maybe it will be good. I don't know, drive dark with the lights on.
Okay. Here's my opinion on it. If I had to choose between changing the clocks and not changing the clocks, I'm going to say to not change the clocks. So I'm actually for this change, but I am probably, let's just say I'm more of a fan of maybe a middle ground. That means don't change. Let's change it once. Change it for a half hour. I'm dead serious. Change it for a half hour. So we get a little half hour more of daylight, and we don't get that. I think it's a nice middle ground.
It'd be so damn complicated. We're going to change it to 30 minutes.
Yeah.
30 minutes, not 60 minutes.
Yes, we change it for the half,
It's really 5:30, honey.
Even if we did it twice a year, where it's a half hour, I'm still fine with that because it's only a half hour, but if it was something permanent, I would say, half hour. I think 30 minutes.
I feel like that would make it so complicated.
Yes, but I think 30 minutes makes a lot of difference.
Well, it does. I mean, people look at the sunset or the sunrise, and I don't think you realize how quick it happens.
Yeah.
Yeah. Like you can actually, especially like we do a lot of cruises and stuff, and a lot of things we do sometimes just hanging on deck and like, let's watch the sun go down.
Yeah.
It's literally a 10-minute, and the sun's there and it's gone.
Yeah.
And you don't understand how quick it is because the Earth rotates. It feels slow, but it's not that slow.
Yeah. It's not.
There's just a lot of Earth to rotate.
Yeah. But you don't think that's a good middle ground? You don't think that's...
I just think that would make everything... I don't know. I feel like 30 minutes would be complicated. Because everybody's
doing it once.
Right, but everybody's... just do it one time, not yearly.
Yes. I said I would prefer it just once, but if it was yearly, I still wouldn't mind it as much.
So we passed the bill. We're going to push the time 30 minutes on this, and then from there, it is what it is.
It is what it is.
Okay. I thought you meant 30 minutes every single daylight saving. No. Okay. I'll take that.
Yeah.
We passed the bill, folks. Right now, it's 4:30.
Exactly.
It's not 4. It's not 5. Change your clocks, America. It's 4:30.
Jump at 30 minutes.
But let me ask you another question. Maybe you're more familiar with this than I am, because not every state does daylight savings time. If this passes, is this going to force every state to fix themselves so we're all in the same boat?
I think right now we might just be the same time as those states that don't change.
That don't change.
Yes, I think that's
Which
I
is
don't
what,
think
like
they,
New Mexico, Arizona.
yeah,
I
they
think
probably
those-
won't have to do anything. They just sit there
Okay.
and laugh. So,
stupid. The Native Americans,
well,
stupid Americans.
I know. Apparently, though, this has been tried before. And they did this like whatever amount of years ago. This is not,
really?
yeah, from what I understand, they've tried this and it was not successful and they had to go back to regular.
Oh, I never realized that.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Was that before us or?
I think so.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, originally daylight saving was for the farmers, right? Because they needed to get their day going real early and it couldn't be dark. So we had to push the time back.
Yeah.
But I don't, besides the Amish, I don't know if it's even really like that anymore or if it's necessary.
I'm going to try to look it up real quick. See if I get anything.
And if you notice, something we haven't done in a while, we are sipping on a little bit of beer here and there. Ken's got Warsteiner on tap.
Yes, Warsteiner. I'm sorry.
Yep. Warsteiner. Nice, crisp Pilsner. It's delicious. It's refreshing. And it gives us...
It's very good.
it's very good.
Sorry, there's a lot I have to
That's
type.
okay.
There's a lot I have to type to try to figure this out because it tries to tell me when daylight saving. Okay, the United States changed to year-round daylight savings time in 1974. So that's when they first changed it
Okay.
during an emergency energy crisis, but it failed. It failed due to public outrage and safety concerns. It was repealed less than a year later.
Interesting.
So it was before our time.
What energy? Well, was there an energy crisis just in that year, or did
Yeah.
that cause the energy crisis? No, it's just 1974 had an energy crisis. It was
Yeah.
bad timing.
Yes.
Basically, it was bad timing to try and change this.
Yes.
And they were like, no, we're
And
just
that's
going back.
another thing they bring up too, and that's a reason why people they say, well, we'll save a lot more money on our energy bills because we have more daylight on our side. You know, where you don't need the lights on in your house on earlier, I guess.
Right.
So
Nobody's home between this and this.
yeah,
Now we come home, it's dark. Every light in the
Yeah.
house is on,
yes.
but we can open the curtain for an extra hour and kind of save money.
So Congress passed the Emergency Daylight Saving Time Energy Conservation Act in December 1973 to save the fuel during a national oil embargo. Clocks went forward on January 6, 1974, meant to stay that way through April 1975. The problem was winter sunrises were extremely late, meaning children had to walk to school and wait for buses in pitch black darkness, leading to several traffic accidents and angry parents. The repeal, public approval plummeted from nearly 80% to 42%, and President Gerald Ford signed a bill to end the experiment on October 5th, 1974.
Okay, so now that you said that, that brings up something I didn't really think about because I always think about my town. I bring my kids to school. There's no school buses in my town. I didn't think about like your country folk and like you here where kids have to walk to the bus stop and catch a bus.
Yeah.
Now they're going to be doing it in pitch black.
Yeah.
And then to me, what I think is pitch black, I still think animals are out and about. People are groggy using their headlights for light. Could that be an issue?
Yeah. I think if they prepare properly for it, which is easier said than done, and
Well, how do you prepare for darkness?
well, you have mandatory light spots for kids to be picked up where there's light. You know, say it's at the traffic, but like I said, it's that might be easier said than done because some of these country areas, yeah, they might not have that. Or you know, we have laws in place where they have to have, you know, mandatory some kind of light, something reflective, something they need to have, you know, half hour.
Yeah. 30 minutes? 30 minutes makes a lot.
That's a good meeting point, people.
It's a good meeting point. I kind of like it.
Yeah.
I think that maybe you and I should drive to Congress and see if we can get an appointment and pitch this.
They're going to call me 30-minute Ken.
30-minute Ken. That'll be the first time in his life. He's usually 5-minute Ken, but he will be 30-minute Ken.
On that note, 30-minute Ken's going to wrap this one up. Cool, fun conversation. Tell us what you think about it. Do you agree with 30-minute Ken? Tell us what you think about that. Let us know if you tried Star Hill. If you've had the 2025, let us know how it compares to the 2026.
Because we're most likely not opening the 2025.
I don't know. We'll see. Maybe at some point. We'll see what happens. Tell us what you think about that. daylight savings time. Yeah. Anything else, John?
No, that's it. Thanks for watching. Comment, subscribe. Check out our Just for Whiskeys. Check out
Yeah.
our shorts and see, check out our reviews.
Yeah, mine are
And
Eddie Bauer.
if you notice, if you watch our Just the Whiskeys, we are going back and doing some old whiskeys that we did when we first started the show in 21, 22. And go back and see what you think.
Yes, we've been doing those. We've been
Yeah.
staying on track with that. God, good luck today.
So, thanks for watching.
Yeah, thanks. Cheers to you.
See you at the next one.
All right.
Cheers.
All right.